Shalawam, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to Lek out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, Ye That Are Upon the Wall. And this is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not thy silence, and give him no rest till he establish, and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And the Lord have set his watchmen upon the walls. Who are the watchmen? Us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, waking up unto this truth within these last days, man. Us brothers that are across the four corners of the globe, wherever city, wherever town, wherever country in which you're in, you're standing upon that wall, prophesying. You're on your watch. You're on your job, presenting the news unto brothers, presenting the prophecies, telling the so-called white man of his destruction, telling the other nations of their destruction, okay, and their servitude which is to come in the future kingdom, and the payback in which they have upon them by the hand of the Israelites from the power of Israel, which is Yahawah and his son Yahawashi. So the Lord have set his watchmen upon the walls, man. And if you're a watchman that's upon the walls, what you have to constantly be on your lookout in different directions. And at any given time, if that watchman is not on his duty, then what? If the enemy is creeping in, the walls can get broken down, the whole city can be overtaken, or just him himself, he can be killed. And what was the top way in the ancient world, if you were a physical watchman that stood upon a high wall, that the enemy would take you down? They would shoot an arrow through you because they know that you're looking out for the city. And after they take down the watchman, then they're able to sack the city. Okay? But us being in this truth and being watchmen upon the wall and being those watchmen that are upon the walls, we can't get shot down we can't afford to get shot down by these arrows of Satan, man. How the scriptures say that we have to be able to take the shield of faith, that we are able to quench the fiery darts of Satan, man. We can't afford to be taken as a thief in the night. We have to constantly be on our watch, man. Constantly watching and praying for these prophecies, for the downfall of this society, and for the upliftment, okay, of the elect, and the upliftment of a righteous kingdom and a righteous society. Okay? I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Now, how are we able to never hold our peace day nor night? The water Yahawashi for this unicorn, man. As it gets into in Psalms the 19th chapter, how day and night it uttereth speech, man. And regardless of what country, brothers may be in, or what state, or whatever the case may be, you can hear this word throughout the four corners in many different languages, man. By simply using the caption, or I believe YouTube has it to where you can set the audio into a different language as well, man. All these different smart devices, and especially this unicorn, is what allows us to never hold our peace day nor night. Okay? And we're going to constantly keep our foot upon these devils' necks 24/7. My brothers pumping out these videos day in and day out, man. Esau can't sleep at night, man. We not supposed to sleep until we finally get our rest in the end, man. Until our mission is complete, But we still have much work to do, man. So we don't have time to hold our peace, man. The Most High said, I will no longer hold my tongue touching their wickedness, man. Okay? Referring what? Unto our people, in which they profanely commit. Okay, so we have to never hold our tongue against our people as well, man. That's who first and foremost we're directing this word unto. You know, the other nations, they're just facing their judgment. That's all it is, man. Okay, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not thy silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And what's the way of never giving the Most High rest? Constantly praying unto the Most High. Okay? Never giving him no rest to where what? We're constantly knocking at the Lord's door, man. As the parable in the book of Luke, the 18th chapter, I believe they call it the parable of the importunate widow, man. You know, her kept going into the judge, and eventually, since she was nagging the judge so much, that the judge granted her justice, man. So this is how we give the Most High YAHAWASHI no rest till he established, until he make Jerusalem a praise upon the earth. That's a part of us being upon those walls and watching. Prayer goes with the watch, man. Because if you don't pray while you're on your watch, okay, how is the Lord truly going to protect you? If you're just upon your watch and you think you're going to hold your watch standing strong and firm upon your own, then you're sadly mistaken, because you're going up off of things based upon your own vain mind, man. When you have to have the mind of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, with you and guiding you as you're a watchman upon that wall, that you're able to see all the things that are coming up against you, man. Okay? Verse 10. Go through and go through the gates. Okay? And what are we doing? We're going through the gates, man. You know? Every video in which brothers do, we're going through the gates of the different towns, the different cities throughout the four corners, invading other people's home through the power of the unicorn, man. This unicorn, this internet in which YAHAWASHI gave us, you know, is one of the greatest tools in which we can have within these last days to spread the word, man, to spread this gospel throughout the four corners, man. This allows us to go through the gates with ease, man, you know. So it says, go through the gates. Prepare ye the way of the people. Cast up the highway. Gather out the stones. Lift up a standard for the people. And that standard in which we're lifting up for the people, okay, is the Holy Scriptures, is this word, man. This is how we are to prepare the way for the people, man. To prepare the way for those of the hopeful elect. By constantly bringing out this standard and giving our people, you know, something to actually look forward to, something to actually have hope in, man. Because Jake is lost out here in the world, and it seems like there's no hope for our people, but our hope truly is in YAHAWASHI. And there's no other way for our people to ever overcome these standards, because there's, as it says in the curses, you know, in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that no man will be able to save us from this state in which we're in, man. Okay? But what? The spiritual entity of YAHAWASHI coming back, and that heavenly body, that heavenly glory of his, that's what's going to save us, man. Okay? So until then, we have to constantly lift up the standard for the people and constantly be on our watch, man. Okay? While you're on your watch, while you're upon that wall, take your job seriously. Every one of us. This even goes for me as well. All of us brothers, we have to constantly take our job seriously, and to not get caught slipping out here by the wiles of Satan, man. You know, the Most High entrusted us with the great work to do. You know, so just as brothers have come into this truth, we came into this truth strong and fighting hard. When we go out in this thing, and when I mean go out, is that when that end comes and we have to be tested, whether we have to be put to death or not, that we go out with a bang, we go out strong if we have to, in a name and standing stiffly for YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? So with that, this is the segment, ye that are upon the walls. And I hope this segment was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalawam to the elect out there, doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalawam and death to America.